Welcome everybody, this is Jason and the name of this week's workshop is Curvalicious Part 2. It's a follow-up of last week's workshop where we learned to convert a mesh to different body shapes or even ages using WSO actions. This week we're going to build the mesh in SimPE, create a recolor in BodyShop, and then link the mesh to the recolor and test it in game. So let's get started. So the first thing to do is Milkshape. We open Milkshape, we select File, Export, Sims to Unimesh Exporter, and we export the mesh file that we built last week. I'm going to give two additional examples, one for a top, one for a bottom, because I didn't include those in last week's workshop and I just want to show you how it's done. In SimPE, we open SimPE and we go to the Object Workshop tab. You could do this the old school way. You could use the PJSC tool to extract a mesh from a recolor, but it's faster and easier this way, so we're going to do it this way. We click Open, and then we select a mesh that's the same age and gender as the outfit you're building the mesh for. Then we leave the settings as is and we click Next. From there, we just leave the title and the description blank and we click on the Finish check mark. Then in the Scene Graph Rename Wizard pop-up, we give it a unique scene graph name. We click the little update link. And finally, we click OK. Now we're going to save the mesh package. The best practice is to make sure that it has a unique name that begins with mesh in all caps and then underscore. That distinguishes it from the recolor files. Now we switch to the Plugin View tab. We select the GMDC in the resource tree and we select that one GMDC in the resource list. Then we right click on the resource, we select Replace in the drop-down, and we go to the 5GD that we exported from Milkshape, and we just replace this GMDC with the 5GD that we exported. We save, and that's it. We built our mesh. Now in BodyShop, launch BodyShop, select Start a New Project. Then select Create Clothing. Give the project a unique name and export it. Then we add a tooltip in the tooltip line there and we import it back to game. That's it. If you have the texture that corresponds to the mesh that you're trying to link, go ahead and use that to create your recolor, but otherwise just create it, export it, and that's it. We're done with BodyShop. Back in SimPE. Now we go to our Save Sims folder. We select the 3IDR, or we open the recolor that we just created. We select the 3IDR in the resource tree. Then again in the resource list. We select Tools, PJSC, Body Mesh Tool, Linking Stage. Then we go to the mesh package file that we created. We link that file. Once it's linked, you're going to get the pop-up like the one in the first picture there. We just click OK. Then we're going to get the second pop-up. We just click OK on the second pop-up. And because it's just a clothing file, we're only going to have one 3IDR to link. So at that point, you can just save the file. So if you followed the steps outlined in both parts of the workshop, you should be able to easily resize or age convert any outfit. Good luck. So in Milkshape, we file, open, and I'm going to my project folder. Let's open that plunge dress. Yeah, that does poke out a little bit. Hadn't seen that before. So what we're going to do, hide the no blend layer. And then that little point that pokes out, we just move that back. So as a bonus, we get to learn to fix meshes today. Let's grab that on the fat morph. Let's unhide the fat morph for the no blend, and it does poke out a little bit. Oh, let's just scoot that back. Hide that. Hide that, and we do the same thing on the preg morph. So we already know this little point sticks out. We select the little point. We unhide the preg morph. But it does the same thing on the other side on the preg morph. So let's do that once again. There. No. Let's hide the preg, unhide the fat, and it's doing the same thing. Oh, why can't it be consistent? Okay, so the fat and the preg are fixed. Let's double check the body once more. Body looks good. So we go File, Export, and we export as a 5GD. I'm going to call that FemPlunge Rio. Now for those of you who follow my omit project, I have this mesh called Working Class Heroes. What I did here, I just did a quick conversion to Rio of the coverall set from Working Class Heroes. So we export that and call that coveralls bottom Rio. Do that with the top as well. Coveralls top Rio. And that's it. We're done with Milkshape. Let's go to SimPE, Object Workshop. Let's go to our project folder. And I am just going to use this mesh. When you get the scene graph wizard, you just rename it. Let's call this DD plunge Rio. Click update, click OK. And DD plunge Rio. Then we go start over, open, grab this mesh once again, click on finish. New coveralls, top, short sleeves, Rio. Just like that. We replace. Oh, sorry, this is the top. So replace with the top. Then once again, let's just grab this mesh. Then we rename the scene graph. This time, instead of top short sleeves, I'm just going to call it pants. So new coveralls pants. Click update. We click OK. And we change that to pants. Okay, we have our meshes. So let's go to our project folder. We grab these 3 meshes. We move those to saved sims, but we want it in our current game folder. Because I work with multiple games. I test many different types of content, so I'm always changing which loadout it launches from. So in Body Shop, we go create parts, start new project, and we can see this is the DD Blazer that I'm going to link to. Just call that DD Blazer Rio. Okay. Then we go to tops, and whoa, that's too hot for YouTube. So I'm going to grab one of these short sleeve coveralls. Let's do the UPS driver. We export that. We call that. And we just import that top back into the game. So these are the coverall pants for the and we import that back in. So we have the 3 meshes and we have the 3 textures. Let's go to our active saved sims folder. Here we need to select the 3 IDR in the resource tree, then this 3 IDR, well the only 3 IDR from the resource list, we go Tools, PJSE, Linking Stage. And we just click OK on this pop-up. And we select the mesh that we want to link. So we go DD Plunge Rio. Then we've got the coverall's top. We go linking stage once again. We grab that mesh that says top short sleeves. And last one, we grab the one that says driver pants. 3 IDR in the resource tree, 3 IDR in the resource list. PJSE, body mesh tools, linking stage. Click OK. We select the pants mesh. We click OK to close the second pop-up. And we're good to go. Okay, so you can see we've still got a tiny bit of clipping around the waist. So the shirt needs to go over just a little bit more. And change to formal. There it is. That's how you link the meshes. This is a good tip. Digi showed me this. To test a mesh, make sure there's no clipping or whatever. Just grab any sofa. Let's go slow motion 4. And just have her play on the sofa. That mesh actually looks pretty good. I don't see any clipping, anything weird going on. Oh, it does clip in the... It's a little bit of clipping around the knees there. So let's check the top and the bottom. So you got a little bit of clipping still in the waist. Might need to scale that a little bit more. The arms don't look too bad. Yeah, it's just a question of fixing the waist there. And that's pretty much it. That is building the mesh, linking the mesh, and testing the mesh.